Alcohol became my friend and constant companion. In addition to which, I dabbled with marijuana.
Welcome to Rising Above Shadows of Abuse, a podcast where we unpack the layers of trauma, healing, and hope with those who've walked through the burning furnace and come out with wisdom. I'm your host, Grace Upper. Today's show, my next question is addiction can take many forms. You did talk about alcoholism, your
Yes, ma'am.
dad. So, how did it show up in your life or your families? And what helped you break those patterns?
Well, it showed up in my life really early, probably as early as about age 13. The fellows that I hung out with were similar vintage, probably very similar family backgrounds, and people that I went to school with and a few other people. Anyway, we started experimenting with alcohol. We would have an older teenager, because then the drinking age was at 18 back in New York, and we would have an older teenager or adult buy us beer or cheap wine, like wine, got Valley High, MD 2020. We would go camping. So I would tell my parents, Friday night, hey, mom and dad, I'm going camping with my buddies. And they said, have a good time. And we would stay there oftentimes over Friday night, sometimes stay over Saturday and then come back Sunday. They had no idea where we were or what we were doing. And we were like a pack of, not a pack of wolves, but almost like a loose gang in a sense. Although we didn't do like serious gang activities, but we certainly drank and experimented with that. And in addition to which, I dabbled with marijuana. I am so grateful that I did not ever do drugs like LSD, nor did I resort to IV drugs like heroin or whatever else. That scared me, and I drew the line there. But I do have to say, alcohol became my friend and constant companion, and various times in my life used it. Very similar to what my dad did. Take the edge off the day, to numb out the pain. Sometimes I thought, oh, it's going to help me sleep if I have one more glass of wine. And that was on and off until about, I want to say probably roughly 5 years ago, where I had some kind of epiphany and realized this is taking me down. I was able to maintain alcohol intake most of the time to a moderate level, but truth be known, at times it became more than moderate. And of course, I paid for it. And I did not realize how terrible toxin alcohol is. I knew it on one level because I had taken organic chemistry and I had taken pathology and pharmacology in medical school, and those courses, but you're raised with the notion, okay, doctors are above that. We are invincible. We are bulletproof. Total nonsense. I mean, it's a lie from the pit of hell that doctors are high and mighty. Alcohol has no specter, persons, or titles, or degrees, or who you are. And anyways, about 5 years ago, I wound up connecting. Well, I had tried Celebrate Recovery, which is a effective Christian that for people who are in the process of recovery. And by the way, it is a process. I have not completely arrived, but I am proud to say now I am predominantly alcohol free. And you may say, well, that's a slippery slope. And it is. But I essentially on a daily basis, I am watching myself such that I will not imbibe. Some days I have nothing. On occasion, I may have a sip or two white wine. I have graduated from what was really my Achilles heel, which was red wine, and particularly Zinfandel. I would be able to finish off a bottle of that a day, sometimes more. And it was wreaking havoc with my sleep, with my stamina, with my attitude, with my ability to even my clarity was wasn't being the best me. And so I grew really tired of being less than what my potential was. I think that's where I am right now. I am, my book is entitled Dare to Thrive. I'm still daring to thrive. I made a lot of headway. Have I completely arrived at thriving 100% consistently? No, but I'm a heck of a lot better off than I was.
And I'm happy that you're being honest with yourself, as well as telling the viewers that it's a journey. It's not something that's going to end overnight. It's a process.
Absolutely. And I found great comfort from work done by a particular woman named Annie Grace. She has written a couple of books. One of them is This Naked Mind, and the other one is The Alcohol Experiment. And they have many groups available that one can participate in. And the good news is they are non-judgmental, but encouraging and exhorting people to live their best life. And I highly recommend them, as a potential vehicle for facilitating healing.
And what's their name again, please?
Annie Grace, RACE, and one of the programs is The Alcohol Experiment, and one of them is This Naked Mind. Very up and up people who are there rooting for you, encouraging you, and, great to hear people's stories of even when they backslide, what they learn, because it applies to all of us.
Be safe and be positive. And don't forget to check out our social media handles. Thank you. Bye for now.